Amazing. Now we are going live. Welcome everyone here. PhD Fernando Coach here talking to you. And this is a very, very special interview that we are doing to an incredible gifted man. And his name is Nami. Welcome, Nami, here.
Hey, thank you very much, Fernando. How are you?
I'm fantastic and I'm very happy to have someone as talented as you here with us.
Thank you. I feel the same.
Wonderful. So, would you like to share a little bit who Nami is and what his mission is about?
I was a massage therapist of 30 years, way back. And I had a near death in 2005. I went through a windshield of a car, and I had gifts of seeing dead people all my life, and I kind of suppressed it. I did massage, and I would see people's energy fields, not knowing what I was doing, but intuitively knew that I was clearing them on some level, doing some major work. And then and when I had my near death, my father had come to me through the windshield and said, "It's not your time yet. You have work to do." And our dog had clipped me on the side of my face, and I told my ex, "We should have got that dew claw fixed on Rocky." And she said, "The dog's dead." And that's when I realized I had a near death. I was still stuck in the windshield talking to her, and I said, "Would you mind pulling me out?" She pulled me out, and anyway, so that was kind of a little bit of a change. And then we saw the windshield was a wing of an angel. We saw years ago. I mean, days after the accident. So we adopted my son in 2006. He was born in 2005. When he turned 6, I put a canvas on the wall, a 12 by 16 by 20. And I said, "God, I want to not serve anymore physically. I'm getting too much energy through me, and I can't release it fast enough. So I want to know what I'm supposed to do next." And I heard in a voice saying, "This painting has to go to Laura Lynn, the angel reader, that's coming to see you." And I said, "Okay." So my son made sure my eyes were closed. He put on sunglasses on me. We shut the lights off. I opened up space. I put on meditation music. And I'm going to show you one that's done with my eyes closed, just so you can kind of get an idea. So I thought it looked like something that my son did. This is one of the paintings I did with my eyes closed. So this is called Heaven on Earth. So I closed my eyes, opened my eyes, and I thought, what the heck is that? That looks like something that my son could do with the glitter and all that stuff. My son comes down the stairs and says, "Oh, you painted an angel." And I said, "You silly." He goes, "No, you're silly. It's an angel. Don't you see it?" So that weekend, the angel reader came to my house with 7 other people and asked me to commission me to do a mural on her wall at her church. And I was laughing. Like, really? And then 3 other people said, "I'd like to commission you." So when she went to the car to leave that night, I gifted her that painting because I said, "I heard clearly from this voice that said, I have to gift this to you." And she said, "Nami, God loves skeptics. You're one of the biggest skeptics." That painting is me at the age of 5 and Gabriel, the angel, the archangel, in a field I was lost in. And she's pointing, if you look at her, pointing her finger, telling me how to go back home. So you can't make this stuff up. And that I knew that painting was for me. That's why I asked you to do the mural. And she goes, "I was actually crying when I saw that painting." So I get out of the way and no judgment. I do the messages. I just did one today, and I asked if I could share this. This was done for someone today. I get out of the way. I have no idea what messages are going to come through. It's not for me. And people see the messages for them. Sometimes numbers come out, phone numbers. Sometimes just numbers. 40 came out in somebody's painting from Australia. And I'm just out of the way. I don't remember a lot of times. People will tell me stuff years later. I did one for somebody that said Northeast School of the Arts in 2014, and last year she works for North School uh, of the Arts, Northeast School of the Arts. So, again, it's not for me to know; it's for them, and I really really get out of the way and just let Source come through, or the angels, or whoever their loved ones are.
Amazing. So let's keep it simple. It's like your mission is being the right messenger for those people that come your way, right?
Right. Exactly. Yes.
Wow, that's really wonderful. And do you have any, can you describe, if it is possible, some cases in which you have solved very specific and compelling problems for the audience who is watching this video?
Um, I have seen people's feet, like if they had a problem with their foot, I can, as I'm painting, I can say this painting is for someone that has an ankle problem on the right side. And they need to kick that out and let it go because it's not theirs. They're holding on to something and they want to go forward, but they can't go forward. That's the kind of stuff that sometimes comes through. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, yes, because we all have some compelling story to share with others, right? Would you like to
Mhm.
share any other compelling story of someone who is asking, oh, how can Nami help me, or how he has already helped other people? So if you want to share some stories, that's
Yeah, and
okay.
I've done remote viewing in houses. I can go into a house and actually tell you where the energy is. I close my eyes and I can tell you, okay, you have a 2-story house, second floor. There's a bathroom leaking on the left-hand side. That needs to be cleared, and you live by a plantation, so we need to clear the plantation up so that you don't have this chaos that goes on in your house. So a lot of times that's what happens, and I can do it remote viewing, or I can do it through just going to their house in my mind's eye, and then going to their house physically. But a lot of times I do remote viewing. I did one in Hong Kong. I've done them in Hawaii, California, and I can tell you exactly where the leaks are, if you will, or the ley lines that are not they're negative instead of positive or neutral. We want to change those so that they all are in alignment. And what it does is it shifts the energy of the neighborhood, because now it's not just one house; it's the whole neighborhood that has been shifted. So people are no longer fighting, or they're like, well, I don't know what just happened, but it's because we shifted that energy. Um,
Mm, wonderful. So you
yeah,
have harmonized the energy of people within themselves and also in their houses, right?
exactly. Yes, it's a balance of it's balancing, right?
Amazing,
Yeah,
amazing, amazing. And do you have a notion of how many people you have helped so far?
about 15,000 through. I've been doing this for a long since 2005, so it's a long time. I'm
Yes, yes,
61.
yes. Almost 20, 19 years, right? 19
Yeah,
years.
yeah. 19 years.
Wow. So it sounds like quite a number. And how long does it take for you to, if since the client comes to you, they report the problems, and you offer the solution, and then you get the solution to them. How long does it take, the journey?
Uh, it depends. It depends on what the session is. If the session's a half hour, I do a painting for a half hour. Depends on if they want an hour, they want a bigger painting. The bigger the painting, the more the energy is. So
Mhm.
I sweat more. I always tell people the bigger the painting, the more sweat. So it just depends. But the remote viewing, the house clearings, it usually takes me 7 days. Um, from start to finish. So
Amazing.
yeah,
Yes, yes, it all depends on the complexity, right? And it takes only one session, or does it take a couple of sessions, or usually 3 or 5 sessions? How does
for
it
the
work?
house
Just
for
to
the
have a
house
notion.
clearing, it's one. It's
Mhm.
one. It's 7 days, but it's one session.
Um, Amazing, amazing. And
So
is there any other story of someone who came to you and said, "Oh, I had this and this and this series of problems in my house," and then after they came to you, you just did some work on your on these people and you got the solution? Do you have any story to share?
yes, what I usually do is I tell them I don't want to know nothing. I want it to be organic. So when you come to me, I don't want to know anything about your house, about your problems. So 2 years ago, I went and did a house, and I told the woman that she had a water leak on the left side above the attic, coming down in her children's room. And she said, "No, Nami, no, 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 no. You're wrong on this." I said, "Okay." So this summer, or last summer, I went to her house and I was in her kitchen, and she said, "Right where you're standing, you told me 2 years ago I had a leak up here." And I said, "No." She goes, "I had a leak." And not only did it come through my kid's room, it went through down the bottom too. So we had to take everything out. She said, "So when you say something, I'm going to listen next time so that you don't have to come back here." But it was a really bad water leak. It was going through the walls. So another house I did, a gentleman was not a believer in any of this stuff. He was an engineer, didn't believe in any of this. And I said to him, I see two houses and I see this void in between the houses. I don't know what that is, but it's black. It's neutral. There's nothing, it's not bad or good or anything, but it's neutral. And he laughed and he said, "I have an elevator in between two houses." So he goes, "That's the in-laws, and then this is my house, and then there's an elevator between so that my in-laws can go up and down." I thought that was pretty cool. So um
Ah, okay. Okay.
I've go ahead.
And how do you think, for instance, coming back to the leakage, to the leak of water, and how do you think it can affect people's quality of life there?
Oh my gosh, it's mold. It's breathing, it's everything. It's
Mm.
affects your whole immune system. So, and it's good that she caught it, because I think it would have been a lot worse. Really, I mean, it was bad, but it would have been a lot worse if she didn't. Something told her to pay attention. I think. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but
Ah,
they had to gut it, and they had to tear it down and put in new stuff that was waterproof, so that it won't happen again.
yes, waterproof.
Waterproof, yeah. Well, you know what I mean, like a barrier.
Yes, yes, yes.
And here's the funny thing is my name is Nami. Nami means water in Japanese. So that's how
Ah,
I work. I work through water, and I
ah,
didn't I didn't even know that. So
now I understand. Tsunami. Ah,
Tsunami. Yeah. My wife is Susan, I'm Nami. So yeah, yeah. So the Nami I didn't know, meant water, and it's that's how I clear through what I do is through the water, through the saline solution I call it. It's salt water.
yes, yes. And is there any other story of someone who called you because they need your help and they solved some kind of emotional problem or trauma or some kind of issue they were facing with your help?
Um Gosh, there's so many. And I'm not trying to be funny. They come in, and a lot of times they have anxiety, they have worry, and by the time they're done, I was taking pictures of their faces before when they come in, and then afterwards, and you can see the difference in their faces. It
The time
shifts.
lapse. Yes.
Right. Exactly. It's very
Yes,
cool.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
From being like, and then
Yeah. Yeah. Or worry, they come in, they don't know what to expect, and then when they leave, they're like, "Wow, that was really different or uplifting or whatever."
Mm,
Not so much challenging that from when I came in. There's hope.
yes,
I feel like they
yes,
have
yes.
hope when they leave.
Yes, yes. And do you happen to know if this is something that happens only temporary, or does it have a lasting effect on those
It
people?
has a lasting effect. I give you another example. A woman came in, and I love this story. She came in for massage at the time, for intuitive massage, and she left her clothes on, and she said, "Do you do past life?" And I said, "I never did past life, but for some reason though, I see you in Egypt." And she goes, "I think I had a curse or a spell in Egypt." And I said, maybe that's why you have all these occurring problems all the time. So I put her on my table and I said, "I feel something in your neck." She goes, "Yeah, my neck's been bothering me." So I massaged her and she said, "Ow." And she got up, and on the table was a scarab, was a beetle that was alive. And we both looked at it. We both looked at each other, and we both looked at it again. And I said, "I guess there's your curse or spell that was with you. I don't know." And honestly, after that, I just talked to her recently. She said that changed her life. She didn't have the bad luck anymore. So
Wow.
whether it was that or whatever, but I went to my wife and said, "What is this?" She said, "That's a scarab." So I flushed it down the toilet, and I did pray for it, but that was probably not a good idea to do. So just sharing, I had no idea, but that's called physical manifesting, where something comes off of somebody and that physically sees the shift and change. So she really has shifted and changed from that. So
That's really life changing.
yeah.
Really life changing. Yes, 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 yes. Because you know what happens in many cases, and I'm not talking about you, but I say for other cases I've seen, that people come to certain professional and they get a temporal sensation of well-being, and then they come back to their original emotion, to their previous emotion or their previous state of being, and I say it's not a lasting change and it's not sustainable, right?
Right.
But what you say is sustainable.
Well, and I think it's mindset. If we can see the change, if we can see that physical thing, I feel that that's the shift. If
Mhm.
something physically comes out of us, there's a shift then, because now we have proof. It's like we need to
Ex-
have proof. Even
Yes,
though we believe in God, we know he's around, but we still have to have some type of proof. Jesus was turning water into wine. Why? Because he physically wanted to show proof.
exactly, 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 exactly. Oh, by the way, uh, which of these deities do you connect with?
Oh gosh, all the archangels, um, and I do Mother Mary, Jesus, um, Saint Joseph. I feel like he was the protector of Jesus, and I call on him a lot for protection when I'm doing my work, especially if I'm doing demonic work. I call on him because I wear the cloak of him then, and they don't see me. So that's kind of what I do. Um, I work with Metatron a lot because of the symbols and the numbers, the sequence of numbers. But yes,
Yes,
exactly.
the 5 point star, right?
Right,
Yes,
right. Circle. Yeah.
yes, yes.
So yeah.
Mm,
I use
does it?
Merkaba. Go ahead.
Yes, please go ahead. Sorry.
Well, Merkabas I work with Metatron because it clears you. So Susan Geisman was talking about the Merkaba, and I went, I haven't done that in a long time, and that really does help shift your energy back into center again when you feel like you're off and off kilter. If you can picture a Merkaba spinning one way and the other one spinning the other way, and then you're
Mhm.
inside that Merkaba, it just clears the stuff out.
Ah,
So
okay, 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 okay. What's the relationship uh, with those deities and with those symbols in comparison with religion? Does it have something to do with religion?
not for me, but I was born and raised Catholic. I didn't like it as a kid. I was always questioning and always getting in trouble.
Me
why is he
too.
still on why is he still on the cross for 3,000 years? Okay, get in the corner. They thought I was being smart, but I was being serious. Why does he look unhappy on the cross? I thought he was a happy man. I thought he was in love, you know. So I have a hard time with the religion, but the spiritual is who I am. I feel like religion is a place we go to. It's a structure, but spirituality is within ourselves. That's how I feel.
Amazing, amazing. So this has nothing to do with religion for people who are Catholic or Jewish or Muslim, whatever, right?
Right. Right.
Amazing, amazing. Because well-being is only one. And I always say that, what's the religion of Jesus Christ? What's the religion of Buddha? What's the religion of Shiva? They didn't have any
They
religion.
didn't have. It was about love. They came from love and
Exactly.
talked about it. Talked about it. Yeah. Yeah. Rest, love, and everything they
Yes,
did.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And also, let me tell you that for the audience who is watching this video, I'm feeling a tremendous amount of love from this work done by Nami. So I'm very, very honored, Nami, to talk to you because I feel a tremendous amount of love and a tremendous amount of the influence of different kind of fireflies coming your way
Hmm.
to do the painting with you. That's what I feel.
That's awesome. Thank you. I accept that. I love it.
Any offer to do here for the audience who's watching this video, especially for the Healers Network group, because we are already over 500 and some people might need your help now.
I would love to do a sound therapy. I have a meditation I can do with my voice through the singing bowls, and I can also help with doing even $10 off or something for my service for an hour.
Wonderful. Amazing, amazing. So how can they get in touch with you? Where can they reach out to you?
Do you want me to give you my? I can give you my information. Is my Gmail is angels by tsunami, and it's spelled with an SUNAMI at gmail.com. My website is angelsbytsunami.com, and I can send you the link if you'd like.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Amazing, amazing. And do you have any final message for the audience who is watching this live or replay?
I'm going to tell you and suggest to you to call on your angels. They will not intervene unless we ask. So when you are looking for a parking space, angels of the parking space, help me find one. Angels of the courtroom, come in and help me. Because we can't do this work by ourselves. We're not here to do it by ourselves. We're here to ask our group, our people, and they're omnipresent. They're everywhere. They would love to be asked to be helped, to help us. We're here for
That's really
short time.
that's so beautiful. And it makes so much sense because when I went to some certain places and it was very challenging to find a place to park the car, I said there is one place waiting for me. And I finally found the spot. I said, this is the spot. And I found the spot finally. What you
Uh,
say makes total sense. And this is just for very simple things. But when I try to get some messages for big problems I want to solve, the solution came to me. So thank you. Thank you, Navi, for
yeah,
saying this.
and thank you so much for allowing me. You're
Thank
awesome.
you, everyone, here for the all this wonderful audience who is watching this interview. And now you know what to do. Just call Nami because he has already helped 15,000 people so far with his natural talents and gifts. So, and he already made his offer. So thank you, Nami, and see
Thank
you
you.
all in the next interview. Okay?
Bye bye.
Bye bye, everyone.